Hey everyone, welcome to the Hidden Life podcast. I'm Sylvie, and today I have someone that is very special to me, has been there since the very beginning, and basically raised me up until her and my other cousin moved to Canada. So I'm super excited to share this episode with you guys. All right, Marielle, welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. How's your day been going so far?
So far, okay. It's cold. I did have to go for a walk today, which wasn't planned. Um, made it back home with the baby, and now I'm just talking to you.
Nice. Tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Hi, I'm Marielle, and I'm a mom of 4. I'm also a part-time, full-time content creator. I say part-time because I don't do it every single day. Full-time because that is my primary source of income. Yeah. That's pretty much what I do. I'm a mom first and foremost, and on the side, I create content for different brands and campaigns, services, and such. And yeah, that's what I do.
Nice. What is it like being a mom of 4?
I mean, I raised you, right? So it's actually very different though, because they are my kids, my own kids. But I've been around multiple children like my whole life. So that was like 13, 14. So I know what it's like to have more than one child. But it's for sure different when it's your own child though. It's for sure much different. I would say that it's not as difficult as, I guess, having one child. I mean, once you have one, I mean, why not have another one, another one, another one? So yeah, I think the only thing I would say that might be a little difficult is that I'm like living through all the seasons now, all at once, as opposed to just when I had my son and I'm like baby, toddler, kid, now teenager. But now I have like my teenager that's gonna be a young adult, like literally in a couple months. And then I have my daughter, she's like her preteen phase that I have to deal with. And she's my first daughter and only daughter. And then I have my 5-year-old that started kindergarten, which is amazing because I've been with him like for 5 years, like without going to daycare. All of a sudden he's in school. It's like, oh my God, my baby. And then now I have a baby. I have a little baby that's like 10 months, but it's going to be 1 soon. So it's like maybe toddler and I have it all. I'm dealing
Yeah,
with
all the
all the
stages.
stages. So that's what's a little, I guess it's not difficult, but it's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it sounds interesting. Yeah, it's funny that you say that, like, 4, like, once you have 1, it just seems like 4
Yeah. It's
is
like, why not? Why
nothing.
not?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
I'm only thinking about having 2, though. I don't know if I can make it to
you
4.
could do it. You could do it.
We'll see. But how do you balance that with, like, being a content creator? Like you said, you're
I would say it's all about time management, which sadly enough I don't have. I'm not really good with time management. But I don't think I would say I balance it well. I do what I have to do to get it done. Like I have to get it done, right? For
right.
example, I'll give you an example. I have a contract that's due for tomorrow, and the bread itself was a bit delayed to getting me the product, so now I had to go to the store like very last minute to get it. um and normally I would have already done that and shot the content and just have to post it by tomorrow, but because there was like a miscommunication, delayed in product shipment, so now I had to rush out the house with the baby in the winter to get it done. And if I didn't have a kid, then I would just go to the store, no problem. But because I had a baby and I had to rush back home to make it on time for the other kids, so it's like, okay, and then I have to shoot the content and it's like edit. So it's just about like finding it, like I have to get it done. So in my head, it's like, okay, I have to get it done. Like I'll figure it out. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Is that something you had to, like,
I think
learn?
it's something that I had to learn, but it does help a lot that I have support in terms of like my partner, and my oldest now is watching the baby while we were talking. So it's like it's good to have support. Um, but it's mostly just me and my family. So it's not like I have like outside help. But time management is something that it took me a long time to figure out. Like figure out naps and when I can work in between naps, or I have to make sure that I can have like food ready for the other kids to come home too. So it's like it's just learning.
Yeah. Do you feel like you learned well, this might be
I learn
obvious,
as I
but did you
go.
learn with yeah, learn as you go, but you learn with each kid too, would you
Yes,
say?
because the thing is, you would assume like having after 4 kids, you know what you're doing, but a lot of times like you're learning every kid that you're learning a new side of you that you didn't know existed. It's like you're learning something new every time. You're learning to like manage one kid and then 2 kids and then 3 kids. It's not what you did with your first. It doesn't really always work with the second and the third and the fourth.
Yeah.
Learning as you go, really.
Yeah. And going back to, being a content creator, how did you get into that? Like, what introduced you to
It
content
started
creation?
out, I would say, started out with Facebook. Facebook was the main place for me. I remember in 2013, I would post like pictures of my food. Like I just started to like really get into cooking. Prior to that, I was like doing boxed rice. I was like my minute rice. Like I had to learn this like as I go. And I learned that I really enjoy cooking and trying recipes. And so I was using Pinterest. I'm like, oh my God, it has to be a way for me to share longer form content. Like, cause I wanted to share my recipes. I wanted to talk basically. So I remember I was chatting on Facebook. I'm like, does anybody know like about mommy bloggers? Because I'm seeing vloggers, but I don't really get the concept. I don't understand what's going on here, but I want to do it. And random people message me. It's like, oh yeah, you can log into this website and create a web page, and you have your own little site, and you can. It's like scrapbooking, but online. So I'm like, hey, I really like that. That's like exactly what I want. So it started out with just scrapbooking online, just writing recipes. And I also had at the time I was selling this wax. It's called Sensi's. Like I was selling. I was like a seller.
Yeah.
And I remember I'm like, okay, well, I need to be able to reach people, so I need a way to do that. So the website was a great way to do that. So I had the website where I was sharing my Scentsy products, and I was sharing my recipes. I'm like, wow, this is great. I love it. And I remember created a web page at the time was called Lady Scent a lot. So it's
Mhm.
like Lady
I remember
Scents.
that.
Yeah. And so I would share my stuff here every month, every week, whenever I had the time. I would just share it. But back then I was full-time worker. Like I work as a full-time as in the call center, and I also have my kid to worry about. Like at the time I only had one.
Mhm.
And it just kind of progressed from just like a hobby, like a side hobby, something that just like an afterthought, but I still really enjoyed it. Um, and then I got pregnant in 2014, I want to say, or no, 2015. And it's and yeah, end of 2015, I want to say. Maybe 14. I'm kind of confused now. I don't remember when my daughter was born. I think yeah,
I
no,
thought it was 16,
and
but
yes, no, end of 2014, I got pregnant.
okay.
And I think I gave birth to her in 2015. So end of 2014, we were looking to buy a house, and I got pregnant. I remember we were looking for a house because we're like, okay, we have you pregnant now. We where we living now is too small for us. We have to find a place. And so we started to actively look for a place, and we ended up looking. We found this place here, and I was home because I was sick. So I was home, and so I was like doing more of my content creation stuff. I was just, I guess, just to pass time. And I remember after I gave birth to my daughter, I was supposed to go back to work, and we were starting to look around for like a daycare, and I was like, started to get anxious. I started to get anxious. I'm like, I don't want to send her to daycare. I I don't trust daycares. I just didn't like it. So I'm like, I know like I can get full time. I can become a full time blogger. Because I see people do it. I see people making money doing it. So I'm like, I know I can do it too. I have to do it too. So I told my my partner, I'm like, I'm not going back to work. And he was like, what do you mean you're not going back to work? And then it's and we're like, well, we have to make it work. I say, I know we can do this. It's like, well, we need to at least, because we had just bought a house. Like we need two incomes. Like we need
Mhm.
at least $600. That's the minimum we need to like cover all the costs from my share. The minimum, that's how much we need. And it's like, and I'm like, okay, I can do it. I can do it. I'm gonna do it. And sure enough, the first year of being a content creator, I was just like hustling, just hustle. I reach out to brands. I would just put myself out there, creating and just praying and hoping and networking. I would stay up so late just researching about blogging and all that. And it took me a year, like, of doing just like researching, connecting, networking to get my first paid gig. And I remember it was $5. It was $5. And I was like, okay, let's do it. I mean, $5. I mean, we gotta start somewhere. And I'm like, okay. But as I was doing that, I was also like working at home. Like there was like I was able to find a little side gig, I guess you could call it, where I was able to make somewhat of an income to cover my $600. But when I saw that I could make $5, I'm like, hey, let's go, let's get pushed for 500 and 600. So yeah, 2017, so 16, 17. In 2017, I was contacted by a brand, and that was like probably my first big breakthrough brand. I remember the woman contacted me. She's like, "Oh, we have this gig with Barbie, and you need to go to Toronto, which is like another province, for a commercial." I'm like, "I don't have a car. I don't know how to get there." But I'm like, "But I'm gonna do it." I was in my I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And I remember we actually ended up getting a ride with my mother-in-law. So we went to Toronto. We're like, we're gonna do it. We're gonna go to Toronto. We're gonna film this Barbie commercial. I don't know what happened, but after we're done that commercial, I started to get like from zero like contacts to like 4, 5, 6 emails
Mm,
a day of brands
yeah.
like, oh, would you like to do this, or would you like to, are you able to promote this for us or and this for us? And I'm like, what's going on? And I was working with brands that I honestly I never thought that it would be possible, but it was happening so fast that I never really sat down and be like, wow, I really did that. But I was back to back to back gigs. 2017, 2018 was probably like the year that I just blew as a content creator, like just blew up. And back then we weren't calling us ourselves content creator. I was a
Mhm.
blogger, a mommy blogger. So it's like I went from like being a mommy blogger to like full-time content creation, and it's been insane. Insane.
Yeah.
Like just crazy.
Yeah. What do you feel like you learned the most? Because yeah, it just sounds like there was just a lot of growth from like the
From
$5,
yeah,
which
from
I
five
feel like
dollars to like
yeah, and I feel like most people would be like, "Oh, $5, I guess I'm gonna quit." But like, what did you learn from that experience, and like,
for me was
what made
me
you push it through it?
because I wanted it so bad. I also didn't want to send my daughter to daycare because it was like a lot
Yeah.
of factors. It's like I know we need money. Like it's not like we're rich people that can just like have a one income family at the time because we just become homeowners. And
Mhm.
I kept thinking, I really this is something I want to do. Like I don't like the idea of like leaving my kid like at a daycare and
Mhm.
while I'm working like for $10 an hour. Like it didn't make sense to me. And I'm like, I really want to do this. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed taking pictures. I love writing and I love networking. Like I'm shy,
Mhm.
which doesn't appear, but I am. But I love like talking to people and just getting to know people and just like networking. I really love that. In my
Yeah.
head, like $5 was not like okay, I'm gonna quit. It was like $5. I can go for 10. I can go for 20. I can go for 30. It was more like it was just a motivation. It was like it just
Yeah.
motivated me more.
Yeah. Just like a different mindset instead of like going the
Exactly.
opposite
Yeah.
direction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think people misunderstand about being a content creator or even like a blogger? Do you still
It's
call yourself a
I
blogger?
yes,
Or
because I actually started writing more on my blog than like posting on social media now because it's more fun for me to just write
Mhm.
as opposed to like try to get people to like your content or liking comments. And like I'll just write on my it's like a diary basically I'm doing right now. I'm just writing what I want and I don't have to worry about like sponsorship and ads and stuff like that. So
Okay. That's cool.
I think the biggest misconception is that it's easy or it's just
Mm.
like it comes naturally and it's a lot of work and it doesn't like right now when you see people go viral and you think, oh my god, they must be like getting so much money. They're probably not. Somebody
Mm.
that's going
Mm.
viral that's making like I don't know if maybe in the US, but like if a Canadian goes viral and gets like 4 million views, it literally means nothing. It means nothing. I have a post that had 9 million views. I got a bunch of followers that never interact with my post, and that's it. Like I got nothing out of that. So it's not like, oh, you post something that's funny and it goes viral, then you must be like making so much money with brands sponsorship. No, it doesn't work that way. It takes
Yeah.
time. It takes some time for for brands to recognize you, to even give you the chance to like promote their content, their services or product. Um, it takes networking, knowing people. A lot of it comes right down to like who do you know.
Yeah.
Because I think for me, how I got, I guess I want to say I got lucky is because I knew, um, people knew like a certain agency knew me from the beginning. And I think that's what helped them. Like when they would leave their company and go to another company, they're like, "Oh, I remember working with her, and it was probably fun to work with her, or she got
Mm.
the work done. I'm gonna, I'm gonna hire her again. I'm at this company now, but I'm gonna hire her again." Or they'll like tell another agency, "Oh, you should hire her." And I think a lot of it came right down to just like networking and just doing your job well the first time so that they want to keep working with you. And then even if they went to another agency, they still like remember that they worked with you and they enjoyed it. And then that's why they'll give you more and more work.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's like bust your ass and just like try to get it done and hope hope and
Yeah.
vibes.
I'm curious, what's your favorite brand or agency that you worked with?
Ooh. I worked with one that was fun. But it was a lot of work. I work with I think I enjoy working a lot with Toys brand,
Mm.
and one of them was Toys R Us. I worked with Toys R Us for about a year, like a year contract, and that was like early on in my my career, I would say. And I think what I enjoy with them is because it was long term, and I got to meet like a lot of other creators through this partnership, and I
Mhm.
think that's what made it like I guess one of my favorite. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, but that one was more like a lot of toys, a lot of editing, and a lot of begging my kids to like, hey, do you want to play? It seems like no brainer, right? Kids want to play with toys. It was like, oh, do you want to
Yeah.
play with this toy right now? So I can take a picture right now. Like, okay, but like if you, but I learned like with my kids, like I can just give them a toy and just like don't tell them what to do. Don't tell them what to do because
Just
once you
throw
tell
it.
them to like don't look at the camera, they'll look at the camera or look at the camera. They don't want to look at the camera. They just like give them a toy and just like But
That's
yeah,
funny.
that was probably one of my favorite brand partnership from all I've done combined. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
do you think the kids have a favorite brand?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think they have one. I don't know if you noticed, but like I haven't been posting a lot of like kids as much. Like no
Mhm.
like sponsored with kids because my kids are a bit older now and they do get an opinion. It's not like they're babies. They
Yeah.
can just like kind of sit there and just let me take a picture of you. Now it's like, okay, well, I don't really want to do that, and I'm like, okay, hey, it's fine. Like, I'm not gonna force you. If you want to, I can pay you, but if you don't want to, then it's fine. Last year or the year before, my oldest would be like in my content. Like I had him in my content, and I had to ask permission first. Like, do you want to be in my
Right.
content for this gig? Of course, you have to pay him because nothing in life is free. But yeah, no, I don't think they have like a favorite brand. I don't think they. It's just about like work with so many of them. Like there's not one that stood out to me that's as a favorite. I don't think there is. No.
Yeah. Gotcha. How do you balance I guess we kinda talked about this, but even just, like, with the kids and even talking a little bit more of, like, obviously they get a say.
Hmm.
Did you always feel that way, or was that something you kinda had to, like, transition to as they got older?
What do you mean? If a say on
Like, not
what?
filming them if they didn't care, like,
Oh
if they didn't
no,
wanna be
it's.
filmed?
I think I learned this with my daughter because she's more opinionated. She's like more of a, hey, no.
Mhm,
But with my oldest, at first it was all yes, why not? Let's do it.
mhm.
But as my daughter got older, I think she was about 5 or 6. She would just say like, I don't want to smile for the camera. I'm like, hey, that's valid. That's a valid thing. I'm not gonna be that mom that's forcing you to smile. That's weird.
Yeah.
Even my oldest would be, I think he was maybe 8 or 9, and then when he was like, "Okay, I'm done. It's her turn now. It's Jasmine's turn now," or he's like, I don't know how to fake smile. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I don't want you to fake smile for something. I want you to smile for real. It's like, but how do I smile for real? I don't feel like smiling. I'm like, so that's why that's why I stopped doing like toys and stuff that requires
Mhm.
them to be in the picture. And that's when I started to be going back to what I loved the most, which was recipes and food content.
Yeah.
So, because that's always been easy for me in terms of like just enjoying it. I
Mhm.
enjoy making the recipes, enjoy filming the recipe, editing the recipes, and nobody talks back or telling me that they don't feel like smiling. I put the potato on that side, the potato stays on that side. Like I don't have to worry about the potatoes being in a bad mood, So that's why more. I enjoy doing that more than like kid content.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
funny. What's your favorite food? Like, what's your favorite recipe or type of
And
food?
anything that doesn't require meat, because I
Okay.
don't like to like pretend that I'm not washing my meat, because I wash my meat, I wash it, and I don't like to pretend that I'm like not washing it. It's like, or I don't want to post meat content be like, oh, do you wash your meat? Or why do you wash your meat? I'm like, so I avoid things that have like meat. I like desserts, which is funny because I'm not a baker, but I like desserts because they're fun to try, and they're fun to take picture of. I like
Mhm,
things that's like bright colors, like tomatoes. I love dishes that's like super bright, like colorful. I love
mhm.
colorful dishes. But yeah, I avoid meat and steak and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
everything else is fun for me.
Gotcha. Well, we're gonna go into a little bit more like reflection questions. So
Mm,
for the listeners, and even like specifically moms, like what would be your biggest advice to moms that are wanting to get into content creation or blogging, or but just also people in general?
it's a good question. The thing is, when I was at my peak, nothing that was then is the same as it is now. I don't know if that makes sense. But it's like at
Yeah.
my peak, it was, I don't want to say easy, but it was also somewhat easy. I would say to someone that wants to start, I mean, do it. If that's
Yeah.
what you want to do, you do it.
Hmm.
Because I mean, if you don't do it, you don't do it. But if you do it, then do it. I mean,
That's fair. Just
the algorithm is weird. People are weird.
yeah. You
You'll
just gotta
probably
start.
like you just gotta start. You just like take your camera, start filming, start editing, start doing something that you want to do. Like if you don't want to do it, don't do it. If you want to do it, just do it. Like literally just do it.
That's funny. We gotta get Nike to sponsor this.
Yeah.
But what about your kids? Like, what do you hope that they learn from you basically, putting yourself out there. What do you hope that they kind of learn from you?
I would say it it's a way to be creative, like to share your creativity to the world. So if that's something that they want to do, I would just, like I said, just do it. Just go out there and just do it. Um, it's fun to an extent. Like I've had burnout from years of doing this, but for the most part, creating content is fun for the most part.
Yeah.
So if watching me, I would say for them to like, I don't know, just take the time to learn a craft, like learn to take pictures, learn to, because me myself, like learning, being a content creator, I've had to learn to use softwares and how you use a computer and how to use like a camera. Like those are things
Mm,
that I had to, I didn't just pick it up and start doing it. Like I had to like research on it and learn. And if they want to do that, I think it's a great opportunity. It's fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Speak, Speaking of burnout, though, do you take breaks from content creation?
I do take breaks. I don't take breaks willingly. I take breaks because sometimes I have to take breaks.
Yeah.
For example, like when I'm pregnant, I can't focus. I can't be online. I can't be working with brands. My brain is, I don't know how to explain, but my brain doesn't function normally when I'm pregnant. It's like I've become this like version of myself where I'm like extremely stressed, extremely tired, and I just like don't want to worry about like outside things that's like out of my control. And I find like content creator, that's something that can be out of your control if you like let it be your main focus. So when I'm pregnant,
Hmm.
I'm like, no, I take a break. I don't work with brand as much. If it's something I can do like in quickly, I'll do it. But if it's something that requires me to like be creative and think, I'm like, no, no. So for sure, every time I've gotten pregnant, I'm like, I've taken a break, a year break, a 9 months break. Um, but like the main time I've taken a break, not because I was pregnant, is because I had a burnout, and that was like in the
Mm,
beginning, way in the beginning of I guess my career as a content creator. I was up late, like 3 o'clock in the morning, just researching about SEO, about blogging, about networking. And I remember I spent like months and months just like stressing out about how I'm going to do this for a living. And I remember, I think in November, like mid-November 2016, or yeah, 2016, I was like, my body just say, oh, you think you can do this all day? Like you can stay up till 3 a.m. You have a child, you have two kids to worry about and all that. No, my body just shut down. Like I was like not moving. I was tired. I was like, I think I call it a flu, but it's just like it was really bad. I was like mentally, I was done. Mentally, I was done. It took me
wow.
like 3 months to like really like go back to being focused, but my body was like, no, you need a break. So that's now I know that after a period of time, if my body, I learned to listen to my body. So as
Hmm.
soon as I feel like I'm doing too much, I'll step back a bit. Like I won't post as much. I'll won't take your contracts. I'll just like take a couple days, take a week, take 2 weeks, just relax myself, like just focus on my kids.
Yeah.
So I
That's
learned
good.
not to let the burnout get to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Hard lessons to learn
Yeah.
for sure. But as we wrap up here, I ask these last two questions. I ask every guest these questions. So the first question, from this week or the past month, is there a small moment that might just be simple that meant a lot to you?
Mm, I think anything that has to do with my baby right now, because he's is like watching like a little human just learn new things. It's amazing to me. Just yesterday he learned to do this and he's like 10 months. So it's like, I mean, all my kids have learned to do it at one point, but like every time a kid does it, it's like, oh, look at you, you learned to do something cute. And it's like, I don't know, just like watching my children, like that's something that's a daily thing that amazes me and
Hmm.
makes me feel so humble. I love
That's
it.
cute. And then the next question, it's like a pass it on question. So someone left you a question. So Alex Clark, his question for you is, if you were an exotic animal, what exotic animal would you be?
It has to be a bird of some sort.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've always wanted to like fly, like fly, something exotic that flies. I think I don't know the name of any birds like that's exotic. Anything that flies,
I'm trying to
really.
think. Yeah, I don't know an exotic bird. That's not.
You know what? When I think about when you said exotic animal, I thought about Rio. I don't know if you saw the cartoon
Oh,
Rio,
yeah.
the bird. Yeah,
Yeah.
the bird.
I guess
yeah,
that is
like,
exotic.
in my head, I'm like, I would totally want to be Rio, like the guy in in Rio. The bird in Rio. That's what
Let's go with that. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know the name of
Sounds
it though, so I'm like, whatever that bird is, a toucan.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I would want to be, a bird that flies. An exotic bird. I'd go to Jamaica or something like that.
Sounds good. Well, now it's your turn. So what
My
would
turn.
be a question that you want me to leave to another guest?
Okay, let's see. If they could teleport to any place in the world, where would they be? Where would they go? Without worrying about like being illegal or getting in trouble for trespassing or anything like that. Where would they go? If they could teleport to any place in the world, where would they go? That's my question.
I got it. Wrote it down.
Awesome.
So that ends this time, and I just wanted to say thank you. Like, you definitely have inspired me to, start this podcast and just like put myself out there creatively. So yeah, I'm happy that you were here, and thanks for sharing a little bit about your life as a content creator with us. All right, guys. Thank you everyone for listening in. We'll see you on the next podcast. Bye.